The Environmental Science Open House presentation. My name is Dana Parr. I am your student's teacher. I wanted to first off apologize for not being present at Open House tonight. I am here home with one of my children, actually both of my children. One of my children is homesick and we are waiting for his COVID results, which I'm sure you can relate, possibly. I would like to take this opportunity to go through some of the different important topics that your student is going to be learning this year. As you can see, there's a lot on this slide, which I normally don't like to do. However, I wanted to kind of make this a little bit direct and to the point so you can see side by side some of the ways that we teach this information. On the left, you're going to see a lot of the topics that we're going to cover. On the right are the skills that we're going to be working on. We hybrid these two different concepts with skills at the same time. Your student is going to be learning a lot of different topics about environmental science. For example, we focus on ecosystem services, which identify what types of resources does Earth provide humans. We're going to look at the status of those services. We're going to look at climate change. We're going to look at climate change, how it's affecting the ocean, so many different topics with the biggest underlying theme of human impact. How are humans impacting the environment? That's going to be our focus. Those topics are going to be taught side by side with these skills. These skills are called next generation science standard skills. These were adopted by our district years ago. They are national standards. Most schools have adopted these skills because they're great. They are going to give your student an opportunity to learn these future-ready skills, things like being able to ask questions and be able to define when there is a problem, be able to make an argument from evidence, be able to analyze and interpret data that they're looking at. Very good skills that your student will walk away with from this science course. How is your student going to get all of their information each day? Google Classroom is our learning platform that we're going to be using. We have been using Google Classroom for many years. Your student is well versed in Google Classroom at this point. If they're ever wondering what it is that we did in class, maybe they missed class, Google Classroom is going to be our go-to. That's where everything is going to be posted and accessible. In addition to that, we do have a class website where we get to organize resources there as well. So there are two locations, but Google Classroom should be your go-to. The class website would be kind of like additional resources that maybe they're having a hard time finding on Google Classroom because it is a daily learning platform. So then the class website might be a great resource for them. If you notice, we have a link here that takes you directly to our website as well as a QR code. You can use your phone to take a picture of the QR code and that would direct you directly to our website. How is your student going to be getting a grade in this course? There are two major breakdowns of the grade. The summative assessment, those are typically things that we do at the end of a unit and they're heavily weighted. Those summative assessments could be tests, major projects that we work on, or lab reports that we've been working on throughout the unit. The formative assessments are more of those check-in opportunities. So we might have worked on this for a day or two. Let's check in to see how much we've been able to process and understand. Those would be smaller quizzes, progress checks, smaller projects, or analyzing data that we collect in a lab. You're also going to notice too in PowerSchool that sometimes class assignments will be collected and it will be recorded in PowerSchool as such, and there might not be a grade for that. Your student would be turning something into us and then we're going to provide your student feedback, but we decided it's not something that we want to grade at this point to attribute to the summative or the formative portion of their grade. We are also going to be assigning assignments by a specific number. Those numbers are going to go in chronological order. Those numbers of their assignments are going to match what is posted in PowerSchool. It's also going to match what is posted in Google Classroom. That will make it very easy for your student to find their assignment and ensure that if they miss class, I know what assignment I'm looking for. This is what was posted in Google Classroom, or this is what has been indicated in PowerSchool that is missing. Just makes it a little bit easier. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. There is also another teacher for periods 2, 3, and 4, Dr. Rowe. She is my co-teacher as well. So if you have a child that's in one of those classes, your child is extremely lucky to have the both of us. So feel free to reach out to either of us. If you're in period 6 or 8, Dr. Rowe does not teach those courses, so just reach out to me. My email is listed here. Thank you so much. Please email me if you have any questions.